Scooby, come.
For
Yes,
come when
Scooby,
called, we're going to
yes.
say his name
Come on,
and then
Scooby.
come.
Good boy.
As soon as he
Yes.
turns and looks at us,
Scooby,
we're going to
come.
mark yes and
Yes.
begin praising
Yes,
him
good
all the way to us.
boy.
And then once he
Yay,
gets to us, we're going to do a
Scooby. There we
treat reward.
go.
You can practice
Scooby,
this in the
come.
fenced-in
Yes.
backyard as
Yes.
well as
Good
on a
boy,
long leash in the front
Good
yard.
boy.
That helps build
Yes.
this cue
Good
in
boy,
other environments instead of just
Scooby.
the backyard.
Nice.
Place means go to your bed and stay there until you're released. Scooby's release word is free. Free means he is free to get up and do what he wants. So I'm going to cue place. And then in this scenario, I am doing what I would call a formal training session where we're practicing building duration between treats, as well as some small distractions like me running around, moving around, opening doors and cabinets, and practicing those distractions, as well as some distance and me walking further away from him. Throughout this time, I'm going to periodically come back and reward him by tossing a treat onto the bed. It's important that we toss the treat onto the bed instead of giving it to him so that he understands that all the food reward happens on the bed and food comes to him. He doesn't need to try to get up and meet us for it. So here I'm just practicing all those things while slowly building more duration between each of those treats until we can space it out farther. If he gets up and you didn't release him, you're simply going to send him back. Tell him to place, and then make sure that you don't reward right away. What you're going to do is say place, do another thing, again, moving around, whatever it was you were doing prior to him getting up, and then reward him. We want to make sure he works a little bit for it so you don't get stuck in a loop where he gets off the bed just to get back on and get a treat. Then when you are ready to release him, you're going to say free and encourage him up. If he gets up, you don't have to reward him. The reward is he's now free to do what he wants, so we don't need to reward it with a treat. If he decides to stay on the bed, which does happen sometimes, that's okay too. Don't worry too much about it. It's not because he doesn't understand the word free. It's just because he is now free to choose what he wants, and what he wants to do is stay on the bed just in case more treats come. So you'll just say free, and if he didn't get up, that's fine. Just leave him there, and then when he does get up, it's okay because you have already released him. So another way to practice this is in real context that you would want him to place. So here we are during dinner time. We've got him on his place as well as his friend Daphne. And in this scenario, I haven't actually told him to place because I know that he's likely to get up. It's a longer term thing. We're asking for 30 minutes or more during dinner time. And I also know that I'm not going to be able to get that reinforcement in a timely manner. So what I've done is I've brought some treats with me to the table. I typically use string cheese when I'm cooking or eating just because I don't want to touch dog treats and then touch my food. So I get a stick of string cheese, bring it over to the table with me, and then we put the beds in the kitchen. And then if he is on his bed, I'm going to periodically toss him a treat throughout dinner. If he gets up, I don't worry about it. I don't say anything. If he goes back to his bed, then I toss him another treat. And then again, continue to periodically reward him if he's staying there. This just helps build a really strong foundation for place and for staying longer durations without so much of the pressure of you making sure you're doing everything exactly right. The other thing this is great for is just building in context cues, because what starts to happen if you do this regularly in any context, whatever it is that you would want it in, for example, for me, it's dinner. As soon as we start cooking, the dogs are already going to their bed because they understand that this is the time when they do this and I will reward them. So as soon as they see us prepping our food and getting ready to head to the table, Scooby is already on his bed waiting for me because he knows that's what's going to happen. Wait means stop and don't go any further. So when I say wait, I'm drawing an imaginary line and telling my dog that you cannot cross this line. I don't care if they're in a sit, down, or a stand position, or if they even move around, as long as they're not moving over that line I just drew. So this is one of my favorite ways to work on this is around stairs, and then you can use that free to release them through the stairs if you want them to come with you. But this just helps with them not tripping you as you go up and down stairs. This is also super helpful at the door so that we don't have dogs bolting out the door. So you could say, wait, we're drawing that line at the door, and then we're going to step out, and as long as he stays, everything is fine. But he can move around. He can be standing. Right now he's choosing to sit, but he could be moving around as long as he's not moving towards the door and crossing that line. The one difference here at the door is I'm not going to use that release word like I did at the stairs. If I don't want him to cross that line, then I'm never going to release him. So in this scenario, I'm just going to come back and reward him, and I don't have to say free because I'm not letting him cross that line. With the stairs, because I wanted him to come with me, I did need to release him and say free. So this is also really great when there's packages or anything at the door you need to open, or if you're just heading out the door. The only time you would need to release him through the front door is if he's actually going with you. You've got him on leash and you're heading out for a walk. Great way to just build this into your daily practices anytime there is something at the front door, a package or anything, or somebody's going out, is to go ahead and practice. Say, wait, even if you're heading out the door to leave. And that's a wrap on Scooby's training.